Okay. Hi, everybody. If you're watching on YouTube, I give it a few minutes at the first to let people come in since it's live. So just scrub forward until I start working on something. I'm going to watercolor a nutcracker today because Raul made me do it. So we'll just give it a few minutes for people to come in. Don't have much to show today. All right. It says people are coming, so we'll just wait and let them get in chat. Yep, had two. Now there's four. Hey, Terry Brett. Hey, Alyssa. Hi, Dee Dee. Yeah, so I got a birthday card from Bossy Butt. I'll show it. Otherwise, I have not ordered anything. I don't have anything to show. Well, I did do a fun painting. I bought these grabby watercolors because of Dee Dee. And hi, Ray. And I haven't really used them that much, despite how the thing looks. I really haven't used them much. So this weekend I grabbed one of those sheets out of the Prima watercolor pads that Hobby Lobby sold. I'll grab it real quick. And I've sent a bunch of the pages out, but it was this on watercolor paper. It's like a coloring book for watercolor. I haven't played with it much either. There's one I started but never finished. Maybe I should finish that someday. But then I did this one over the weekend. And I used the grabby. Hi, Jen. Anybody else I've missed? And I have to say, I really like the grabby. So when I was talking about watercoloring today, Dee Dee said, use the grabby. Because I was thinking about using some other water soluble product, like one of the pencil sets or Neocolor 2 or something like that. She said, no, I'll use the grabbies. So I'm going to use them today. They're inexpensive watercolors, but I have to say they re-wet beautifully. Yeah, I'm just not seeing any downside to them. And what I worried about with these cheaper versions is that they would be chalky, and these are not. So I don't know what the binder is or anything in them. But they re-wet beautifully. Yeah, some of them even granulate a little bit, which really surprised me. Hey, Bossy Butt. Grabby, such a perfect name for me. I know, right? It's fun to say. But you know what? I like the name of those markers that Dee Dee got at Walmart. What was it? Funky Chunky or something? I would buy those for the name alone. I'm not kidding you. Hi, Jen. Did I say hi, Jen? Hey, Raul. Raul made me do this today. Hi, CB. So yeah, I have to say, for an inexpensive watercolor, they are not bad at all. And you get a ton for little money. They give you all the metallics, some fluorescents. So yeah, and then just a pretty good color selection. I think there's 50 of just the regulars, and the color selection is pretty darn good. Hey, Christopher. And the greens. Usually I determine whether or not I like a set of inexpensive watercolors by the green selection. This one has a really good green selection. So yeah, if you're thinking about buying a cheap set or inexpensive, budget friendly, whatever you want to call it, I would go ahead and recommend these. And I don't know who the manufacturer is, don't know anything about it. But I know right after I bought them, I got advertisements for grabby art supplies everywhere. Like, I'm surprised that a grabby salesman didn't walk in my living room and say, hey, we have other products. How would you like to try them? Hey, Barbara Clark. So that's what I'm going to use today. And this is the one I did last year. So I store all my watercolors in a notebook. And so I'll just do these side by side, and I thought I would go ahead and do the background like I did on this one, and it's called Bokeh, B-O-K-E-H, only I'm going to do cheater bokeh. I'm going to use pan pastels and a circle template to get much the same sort of background. So, yep, it'll be side by side. This is the little guy that I drew at Dee Dee's this morning. So that's what I'm going to be working on. But let me show you first that my friend Bossy Butt, who is now, thanks, Alyssa, Bokeh. Yeah, there's an H on the end. Okay, I wasn't sure exactly. But look at what Bossy Butt sent me. This is her artwork that she's turned into a card. And look at, she put on there cheese. We're not going to do cheese this year, Bossy, because I'm not going to have the midnight time slot for the streamathon. I gave it up this year because Dee Dee and I would stream on the 1st anyway. So I just thought, let somebody else have the midnight time slot. They can drink their crappy drinks, which I tried to find a new one every year. Ugh. I drank some garbage. Hi, Kristen, Cheshire Cat, View. But that is so cute, Devin. Cheese, little wine glasses down there. She made me a little card. Happy birthday. May your layers be many and your frosting be thick. I hope you spent your birthday hanging from a chandelier. Not exactly. Bossy Butt, be you. Thanks for all the laughs. You're a 1 in a million. No buts about it. No buts about it. So I'll end up putting that in my little journal. Thank you, Devin. Thanks for thinking about me on my happiest birthday. Now I have to wait a whole nother year, but my birthday quarter is not over yet. So you should make short messages about saying cheese and release it at midnight. Cheese. I just, rather than say cheers one year, I said cheese, and it's just never gone away. But it's a good thing. You sweating, saying hi to everybody. Hey, Dorothy. I hope I haven't missed anybody coming in. So thanks for dropping by today. I am going to work on bee paper. Now, about that wall, the Prima watercolor from Hobby Lobby, this paper is not good. So you can kind of see when I tried to do wet on wet and get the paints to run, I had a little bit of difficulty with that. It didn't come out bad. I mean, I think I fixed it in the end, but yeah, it doesn't behave great. So I'm going to try it on the original bee paper, not the stuff from Walmart. This is the stuff I bought before Walmart started carrying it. So I think it's the same paper. I can't imagine that it's any different, but I've always liked the bee paper. So I'm hoping I like it again. Hi, Missy. So yeah, we'll just paint. Did I forget anything, Dee Dee? And I haven't picked out my colors or anything yet. I just really decided to look at this. Let's do his face color first. And the crazy thing about this grabby color chart, it's upside down, which makes it a little crazy. I mean, I can figure it out. We'll do his skin and a little bit of beige, but I got blue in it, so I got to clean it up. But for art on the couch or something, you guys, I would definitely recommend these grabbies. That's a pretty good skin color. So hopefully I won't screw it up, you guys. Hey, Barbara. And you guys can see, I did try and pick up some of the graphite. But yeah, it's not going away. And I will use the black out of the Grabby set. I normally am not a fan of the black in the watercolor sets, but I'm going to go ahead and try and use this. I have not used it yet, other than to swatch it, but we'll give it a go and see. The swatch card, it looks good, so we'll just see. And I do love this new brush that Tim and Linda sent me for my birthday, this Princeton Aqua Elite, and it's a travel brush. I have to say I'm loving it. The background should be fun though, because I'm going to get the pan pastels out and do the bokeh. Bokeh. I don't even know how to pronounce it, so go somewhere else and talk to somebody who knows more than I know. Oh, and remember when Dee Dee was talking in her stream this morning about what markers did we use to do the bubble lettering and stuff back when we were young and had a memory? I can't remember, but one of the things I was thinking of was some colorful ballpoint pens that I loved, and I remember saving my money to walk over to the Five and Dime that was in the mall nearby where I lived. It was called Yarbrough's, and I loved that store, and they had a display of these beautiful colorful pens. And I could not for the life of me thinking of them. I'll pull you guys down so you can see a little better, maybe. Where's Bob Ross? Is it not focusing real good? Anyway, after Dee Dee's stream, it was driving me crazy, you guys. I could not think. You guys are telling me, get your focus, your free card out. I could not think of the name of that pen. It was driving me crazy, and all I kept thinking was Deco Arts. Well, I knew it wasn't Deco Arts because I don't think they were around then. Anyway, it finally hit me. Do you guys remember Lindy pens? Well, those of you that are of a certain age, I guess I should say. Dee Dee looked online and found them and sent me a picture. Let me show you guys. I love these pens so much. I wish I'd saved them though, because when you look at what they're charging for them now, insane. $12 for one pen. And it's 50 years old now, so it probably isn't even going to write. Anyway, let me show you guys. Do you guys remember these? Rounded at the top, and they had the cap the same color as the pen, and they came in this full length one, but they also came in a shorter version of it, about half. Yeah, the Papermate pens, but these were, and the display over at Yarbrough's, they weren't in packages like this. They were just all in little stand-up bins, tons of colors. Do you guys remember those, or am I the only freak around here? Thank you, Barbara. She doesn't remember the pens, but she did remember the thumbs ups, and I appreciate that. Anyway, I still can't remember the name of the markers, but what red? We'll put his suit in the scarlet red. Do you guys remember those great big huge posters? I think they were called doodle art posters. You think you still have some, Barbara? Get out of here. Did they still write? If they still write, I'll probably order myself some. There's a lot of gold and black in this one, so. And I probably will do ink outlining because I like watercolor with ink. So you still have some. Oh, you lucky dog. I don't know where all mine went, but I'm pretty certain that they don't write anymore. If I had them. So Barbara Clark is a person of a certain age, apparently. If she still has some of them. I had them in every color. I would save up every dime I had. Because I used to babysit a lot. Well, I babysat every day from 3 to 6 for my neighbor. But when I got paid, my dad made me give him half of it to put in an envelope in his sock drawer. And then I had to take it to the bank and put it in the bank every Saturday. So, yeah. What came in tubes with markers? Now I have to read chat. Okay, Terry's saying I love those. Okay, you guys do remember. Man, that was driving me crazy, and I don't have this even, and I do know it, but I wasn't going to go back and redo it, so there. Terry Brett is also a woman of a certain age, apparently. But yeah, God, I could hardly wait to get some money and go buy those. I probably could go ahead and paint over those lines there. Because I'm going to go over it with, I think, gold metallic ink. I think I'd rather use the gold metallic ink or paint, acrylic paint, than the metallic watercolors in this set. I could try the watercolors in the set, but I know it's not either going to be like the, oh crap, now I can't remember the name of them either. You know what? When you get on stream, sometimes your brain just breaks. The gold watercolors that we all like. Yeah, I think I still have one of the doodle art. Hi, Cat and Paste. The black velvet coloring posters. Yep. Doodle art. Yep. Only my body is a certain age. My mind has nowhere near caught up yet. Yeah, see, that's my problem. Mind of a 12-year-old boy and an old lady body. All right. I do want to get my lines somewhat straight. And when I drew it, yes, I did use a ruler. So there. Hopefully I won't be sniffing so bad today. I did take my medicine this morning. If it's not dark enough, I'll let it dry and go over it again. So far, it looks like it's covering pretty good. And again, I'm working on B paper, so not the best on the market, but I have to say I've been pretty impressed with the B paper. I get so many pop-ups. Normally I get none. Okay. Is that all the red? Nope, his sleeves are also red. Okay. I'm going to have to make a decision. Make a decision, make a decision. I'm going to go ahead and paint and go over the red with the gold. And hopefully, this is what I got out, Posca metallic gold. Because I figured it would go over. Better than the gold metallic watercolor. And the little mixing sleeve that they give you on this, I really like it on this as well. Goes down nice and smooth. Now this is where I'll get my hand in the paint. If it's the last thing I do, I'll make sure that I do that. Almost. Tell me about it, Barbara. Okay, now his pants are going to be green. Boots are black. Hat black. All right, I guess. Oh, the little areas around his mouth. Now this is when I wish I could just grab a marker. It is a nice red. All the colors, I have to say, I'm happy with all of them, to be honest. But this is a small little area up here. And I've got too much water on my brush. But I think it'll be okay. I did get it on my hand, but that's okay because the background's going to be red on this one. Just ignore that little booger there. And I didn't draw the line down here, so. That's where his big old mouth is. And the rest of that is beard. So I'm going to do it gray and then put white on top of it. To me, that just seems easier. You wanted Marvy pen? I love the Marvy pen too, Elisa. I have every color right here behind me. I love these pens. Look at these nibs. Ah. These are, I think, the perfect pen. Thanks, Jen. Now I have them in every color, Alyssa. I don't remember them being around when I was young. So you must be younger than me. Antihistamine diet. Oh, Devin, I've tried everything. I literally have tried everything. All right, let's see which of the dark greens. I'm going to go ahead and use the dark green that they provide. It looks pretty. We'll see how it works. If not, I'll probably end up using it and then adding maybe a little bit of dark or something to it, black. But I think that dark green is kind of pretty. We'll just see. It's better than the Viridian for sure. So consider the booger annoyed. Thank you, Devin. I know I can always count on you. Yeah, that's a pretty dark green. I'm going to turn it upside down so I don't put my hand in it. Just look at me getting all in the Christmas spirit early. I'm not completely a bah humbug, and I don't have to be real careful with this because I can clean it up when I use the gold ink. So I'm trying to be a little bit careful, but I can clean it up between the ink and the marker. What else? Oh, his pants are green. He's all Christmassy, this guy. And I just have him on the cutting board. It's just easier when you have to tape something down to have something small that you can move. Hey, Christy. Happy holidays to you. I probably will do more Christmas stuff this year. I was going to pull out my old Christmas cards. Dee Dee did it on hers this morning. I do save a year or two's worth of Christmas cards that I've received. And last year, I think I painted like a Christmas truck delivering gifts or something like that. I probably will go ahead and do that again this year. Do something Christmassy. Because it's about as Christmassy as I get around here. And then his little pants. So there's not a huge amount of painting on this thing. It'll be mostly the background and finishing. And I'm not going directly from the pan. I am putting it on that little mixing sheet, plastic mixing sheet they give me. Has anybody ever seen a female nutcracker? I'm just curious. I just got thinking I should have done a girl because of that guy one. But I don't know if there is such a thing. I don't think I've ever seen one. Read chat. All kinds of Christmas paintings. Yeah, I probably will this year. I'll try and be a little bit more festive. How about that? I just went outside the lines. Oh, well. And the white areas actually end up being all gold, I believe. I'll have to go over these pants a second time, I think. They have to dry real good before I can do that. And the little part sticking out here at the side, those, it's like he's carved, right? So there's little bands. Hopefully I'll be able to accomplish that with a little bit of white colored pencil. If I don't get too carried away over here. All right, I think that's all the dark green. Just leave it. All right. Trying to think. I'm going to hit it with a heat gun real quick. Because if I don't, I'm going to screw it up for sure. Where'd my heat gun go? There it is. Heat gun. What did Devin say? That's true, Jen. I could just make it up. If they made a girl and it would crack the toughest of nuts. That's absolutely true. London Guards. Okay. Well, look at Raul imparting knowledge on all of us. Never. That's why there is a plum fairy. All right, we'll see. I learned crap at my own school. Christy, taking off. Go have a great day. You have a cat, Nutcracker? Oh, that is one beast of a cat. You need to take a photo and put it on IG. I do have nutcrackers around here somewhere. They're probably in my Christmas stuff in the basement. All right, I'm just thinking. Oh, I'll do the. Let's see. Do I want to do that? Actually looks yellow. I think I'll do that in orange yellow. I guess I could move this over a little bit so you could see. And I did not re-wet the paints before. So that's how easy they re-wet. This may actually be part of the gold, but in the photo it looks more yellow. So I'm going to do that so the gold really stands out. Hang on. Oh, wait, my little finger there. I really wish there was more room around here, you know? Hey, Lena. Lena was over at Dee Dee's imparting knowledge this morning. I can't remember what I learned, but I learned something. Oh, about the EU manufacturers being charged more. Whew. Don't have to worry about my memory anymore. Between that and Remember and Lindy's, I think I'm in fine shape today. I'm not sure I got that angle exactly right, but we're not going to worry about it. Oops. All right, what else? Let's do his hair and his beard with the gray. It's actually white, but I'm going to put gray in and then do white over it. I'm going to see how that works. Let's see, which gray do I like? He does have really scraggly long hair. Oh, I've got a little bit of red in there that I didn't do. Okay. Of course, that's probably going to all get obliterated when I do the background anyway, so it doesn't matter. All right, reading chat. Make a Bob Ross nutcracker. We would all buy it. Holding a gigantic brush. He just beat the nuts to death. Hi, Kathy Arbor. It's cold here. Well, cold for me, for sure. And that's all gold that I'll work with black. That's gold. His hands stay white. But, well, I'll do the shading very last. And then I'm going to do his hat black. Oh, we'll do, his eye is a really, really light, I'm going to use sky blue. Because the eye in the photo is really, really light blue. So, and just ignore that because I'm covering it. Because I goofed up. And his eye is actually just exactly round like this. And I'll probably have to put the pupil in with a pen. I don't trust using a brush for that. Getting a perfect circle with a paintbrush is really hard. All right, I think I got everything now except what's black, and then all the gold accents. Pretty sure. All right, we're going in with the black, and I am going to use the black out of here. I probably would prefer to do the black with ink just because the black in watercolor sets, as a rule, is mostly garbage. But we're going to try it anyway. How about that? And I'll just try my best to keep my hands out of the wet paint. But I have to say, these grabby paints, this black looks really nice, so we'll see. And I'm not worried about the lines being real smooth because I am going to perfect it with the gold ink pen. And you guys, Amazon, because we don't enable you enough around here already, I'll enable you some more. It's Amazon Cyber Monday. And I've been looking for a new heated blanket. I've been looking for a while. And it did come down like 10 bucks. I'm going to save 10 bucks if I buy it today. So if you have been shopping for stuff, you might check out today because I think the prices, I forgot about Black Friday. because I was just laying my fat ass on the couch because I was so tired from busting my butt Thursday. But yeah, so go check out your deals on Amazon today, because when I went back and looked at the blanket this morning, yeah, save $10. I'll save $10 on stuff. Why not? Only then I got shopping and I decided maybe I'll, rather than buy a electric throw for the couch, I might just buy the extra large heating pad, so I could take it to bed with me too. Girl, I have plans. You guys think I just sit around, but I have plans. I'm going to live through this damn winter. Go look, Barbara, because I was a little surprised, because I meant to do it on Black Friday. I thought, oh, they'll probably have great deals for Black Friday. Well, it turns out the deals were there this morning, but I think they're calling it Cyber Monday. But I'm okay with that. They can call it whatever they want if they give me free money. Probably what they do is mark it up and then tell you you're saving $10. But I'm just goofy enough that I fall for it. All right. Now this is where I could really goof things up. All right, Raul, I hope you're happy. Does this hat look lopsided? Because that I can't fix. I'm going to have to go back and see what happened with Lena and the glitter. Did you have a bad experience with glitter, Lena? I'll go back and read chat later. Stuff like this, if I was even halfway smart, I would do with the pen. But we're not going to worry about it. You have big old fat eyebrows. Too much water. Whatever you do on one, try and do on the other. If you goof up on one, make sure you goof up on both of them. There we go. That one's still fatter. We'll just blame it on whoever the decorative painter was, okay? Those are some chunky monkey eyebrows, right? All right, and then his belt is black. And I can draw the belt buckle in with the gold paint, so this one I won't have to worry about screwing up too bad because it's just a straight line. And we have no plans for Christmas. Nobody's coming. They're all coming after Christmas. So Christmas is going to be real easy this year for me. I'll get Robert and I something nice for dinner, and that's that. We'll do it with family that lives here, but nobody's coming in, so it's not like I have to do anything special on the house or anything. We'll do our normal Christmas Eve party. And thanks, Susan. It definitely comes together better when I start doing the finishing. The basic layer is just, y'all know, been there, done that. Oh, I should stand him maybe on a green box. In the original photo, he's standing on a red one, but I'm going to do the background red because I did green on the other one. And I'll add the white highlights and stuff at the end. It's cheatering, but we don't care. This brush does hold a ton of water, you guys. And that's a little hard for me to get used to. It definitely holds more water than the black velvet. But the tip is awesome. See how the black, when it dries, it kind of turns to gray. So I'm going to give that just another minute. I don't think it'll happen on the eyebrows and stuff, but that's the problem with black watercolor. It's never black, so it's very annoying. And there's a line above his eyes. I'm definitely doing that with a pen. I do not trust myself to do that with the watercolor brush. And if this doesn't turn out black enough for me, I'll end up getting out black ink and painting with that. Not with this brush, though. Dee Dee, is that you? Or is it some company sending me crap I don't want? Look at, damn it. Devin's going to start a regular stream time. Look at, but that's okay. I'm going to cover it with red. Devin, are you going to do that? That would be awesome. And then you'll have to interrupt it when your house gets ready. That's so fun, thinking about moving into a brand new house. I would love that. Put my hand in it. But that's okay. You'll see how stuff like that ends up working out in the end. I'll go ahead and paint the box in after it dries. I'm going to hit it with a heat gun real quick. Looks like it's darker now. We'll see. If not, I'm not going to mess with it again. Okay, let's see who it was. There's my phone. It's probably junk. People just want me to buy stuff. Did I knock you guys? That's awesome, Devin. Wednesdays, I'm going to try 2:30 Eastern, which would be 1:30 Western or Central. Okay. I liked your last one. Hi, Shelly. Thanks for popping in. All right, come on. Yep. People want me to buy stuff. You had to draw a shorter one. He wouldn't fit. Oh, well, no big deal. All right, his mittens are white, and all the other trim is gold, I think. So I'll do the box that he's standing on. Gotta wash this brush really good. Get all the black out. We'll put him standing on a green box. I'll use the same dark green. Not enough room around here, you know what I mean? Nice thing about painting up next to that black, I don't have to worry about it being wet. If it sucks in the paint, no one cares. See how much water? It's just fine. Okay, that's good enough. Joan Smithies? I don't know, Susan. That's weird. That is really weird. Hi, by the way. Hi, Joan. I don't know, Susan. Joan, have you inadvertently or on purpose blocked Susan? Okay, Dee Dee's saying she has people like that too. I've actually heard of that before. Devin ruined her jelly plate? What? Yeah, I see Joan. I see Joan everywhere I go, so I don't know. Joan is saying hi to you. Have I what? Somebody, Barbara Clark said, "Oh, Devin, what did you do to your jelly print that ruined it?" Just reading chat going, what the heck? We're going to have to get on the internet and get you one sent real quick, because that is unacceptable. And if my corners aren't real sharp, since I'm going to outline all this in ink because I like that look, a lot of that crispness that I also like, other people maybe don't care, I do like that. I will do that with the ink at the end. So you can be a little bit sloppier. I mean, I'm trying to keep it straight and crisp, but if I lose some of that, I'm not going to worry too much about it, because I can make it up with the ink. I have always said not to use photo paper on your jelly plate, and then I inadvertently demonstrated why. Oh my gosh, Devin. Oh. Yeah, the emulsion on the surface probably would dissolve, and yeah, you're right there in trouble. All right, now I think I've got to do that red. I used the scarlet, didn't I? Yep. Oh, that's such a bummer, Devin. Brand new one coming your way, though. I used to know what that emulsion was. I can't remember right now. See, I've got wet spread out throughout this now. I've done good about painting separate areas to stay away from the wet, so I wouldn't have to use the heat gun quite so much. But I'm getting now where it needs a good dry. Ready? Heat gun. Because I'm going to use the gold pen now, so yeah, I think. Get that. All right. Oh, okay. So one side is still okay. Yeah. Let me fill in his little sleeve where I goobered it. Okay. Heat gun real quick again. All right, I think we're ready to go on. Let me get out my handy dandy multi-liners. For the real fine detail on his face, I'm going to use one of these. Let's start with the 01. Just seeing the line thickness that I like. All right, this one's good. Turned out I'm using the 2.5. All right, I'm going to draw a straight line without a ruler. Let me look at the original art, make sure I'm doing this right. A little puffball on there. God, that makes him look mean. Okay. I'm going to straighten out this eyebrow.
Making headway?
Uh-huh. I guess I can get that when I do the inking at the end. Exactly, Devin. We do. All right. I think that's all I needed pens for. All right. Oh, no, it's not. I'm going to do his teeth. You know what? I want a really, really fine line for this because they're not outlined. Okay, this next one, I'm not going to do freehand. I'm going to use a ruler. No point in goofing up at this point, right? I'll add a little bit of gray for shadows. He looks awesome. Thanks, Dee Dee. Did I say hi, Grace? I'm sorry. Hakuna Matata. There you go. All right, let's see. I think I might get out the gold pen now. Come on. Work with me here. Yep, I think the gold pen, because that's everything that's left, and then everything else is going to be highlight or shadow. And this is just a Posca. I'm hoping it's going to work well. If it doesn't, we're going to have to go to plan B. Pay attention, you guys. See how, if you can tell how metallic it is. I could have used the metallic watercolor. I just don't like it that well. Did you guys see those things that Xander was using on her stream yesterday? I didn't get the name of them. I was kind of lurking. What'd you guys think? I know CB was there. I think Devin was there. I think there were a bunch of us just lurking. See how well this covers black too. Jane's Glitter Inks. And you have to add your own gum arabic and water. Does it look gold on the screen, you guys? And I'm going to add the links to the chain with black ink. So this is actually like a chain. So I'm going to do my best to recreate the chain. See if I can get it turned a certain way. It doesn't look too metallic, does it? And it doesn't look even to me. I guess it'll be all right. I'll see what you guys said about those. They're called pebbles to add mica to inks. Okay, all right. Those aren't tooth liners, it's Crest toothpaste whitening strips. Okay, and then he also has a band. Oh. These Posca pens are so much easier than the kind we used to use, you guys. Are they kind of even? Yeah, I hope so. It's hard to draw nutcrackers and moderate over at Dee Dee's at the same time. They aren't that shiny. I looked at Use your mica gold in the jar. Dee Dee, I would, accept that some of this is so fine, it's easier to use this and then go in with black later.
Is attempting to reach you on your cellular device.
Dee Dee's calling me to tell me.
An idiot is attempting to reach you on your cellular device. An idiot.
Girl, if you're calling to boss me around, I'm going to give you Devin's nickname.
Don't make me say Devin. You need to get out your mica gold in the jar. That stuff is shiny as heck.
I know, but it's so hard to do with fine work, and I wasn't going to do a dip pen. Do I have to do it? Mom, don't make me do it, please. I'll go to bed early.
Go ahead and finish the pasta gold, and then just get out just a little bit of gold mica on top of the pasta. Then you don't have to really paint it with the mica. You can just like coat the pasta just a little bit.
Okay, Mom.
Okay.
Bossy Butts, Mom.
Okay.
Okay, bye. I knew the mica ink would be shinier. I really did. So I'll probably take Dee Dee's instructions. God, I'm glad. Devin, do you want my phone number too? Between you and Dee Dee, you can just boss my worthless butt around. I knew it was going to be shinier, Dee Dee. I really did. But I thought, it's just, with this smaller work, it's just such a pain in the neck. But I guess we have to struggle for art, don't we? Nothing's easy. Nothing's easy. Devin's going, oh, God, please give Dee Dee that name. Please give Dee Dee that name. What was really funny is the last 2 times that Devin has been came into Dee Dee's stream, I was actually sitting there bossing Dee Dee around. Only the difference is she ignores me. Hey, Julie, Topaz Pro Girl. Yeah, I really wasn't wanting to get out of dip pen, Kathy, but yeah, now that I've been given instructions from the high-up boss, I probably will go ahead and do it. Because that stuff is so shiny, it'll knock your eyeballs out. This is just so much easier to control. All right. Get some more ink flowing here. Probably, I'm just sitting here thinking, because I have to draw on top of this gold now. And I will go over it with the mica. I'll get out a crap brush for the big areas, not the small areas. Probably have to use one of those microperm pens that will write on anything. I'm not even sure the microliners will work on it. I'm not sure. I'm trying to think. if I've tried to use the now this is getting daring here, just drawing these circles in freehand to get them centered and equal. I didn't want them there. What a dumbass. I'm not sure how I'm going to fix that. Got to pay attention. Be thinking. Okay, let me see real quick. Check it out. I'll go over the pants one more time. I don't want to go back all the way down to the paper, but oh well. My bad, my bad, my bad. We'll try and make the pants darker now. If it's there, it's there. That's the green, right? Save that. I'm not going to go over the little humpies. A little bit. Because I'll outline those with the black ink. All right. Whew. Fixed his little trousers. All right, seeing if I've missed. Oh, I did miss this gold up here. Got to hit it with a heat gun or I will put my hand in that wet paint. I promise you. All right, I'm going to go back and read chat real quick while that dries. Living on the edge. Oh, Alyssa, you're going to start streaming or at least doing videos? That would be awesome. You know what? I'm just looking down at this, recognize that one of his legs has the appearance of being fatter than the others. So I'm going to go ahead and make his leg a little bit fatter. I could get out a ruler and measure, should I? Okay. I think I can work on top of this now. I think I've got all the watercolor done. Nope. I got to do the gold up there. I don't know how many of you guys have tried these, what do they call them, ultra fine or something, Posca pens. I kind of worried about them. I know you can get the fine, but they're kind of thick. But these ultra fine, I was kind of worried that they would dry out quickly, and because the what were they? The dilutions that came with these really fine nibs, they dried out and they puked out paint, and they would just I was not real impressed with them. But so far, I ordered a whole bunch of these Poscas with the really, really fine nib. So far, I've been so happy with these. All right. Before, I'm just thinking, do I want to do the background before I do all the detail? What do I want to do? What do I want to do? I want to fix that red real quick. Yeah, it'll go away when it'll go away when I do the outline. Thinking. I got plenty of time, so. He needs some conditioner for his hair, right? His hair is crazy. I'm going to go over his hair with white, Devin. So rather than paint in the shadows, I put the shadows in first, and then I'm going to add white on top of it. Acrylic ink. It's just easier. But I could have just left it white and gone in and tried to do the shadows differently. But I thought, nah, that's a pain in the ass. You know what? I'm going to do the detail first, and then I'll do the background last, because I'm going to do the pan pastel, and I don't want to be putting my hands in the pan pastel. So let me see if I have a micro perm that wants to write. I trash these bad boys out like crazy. You'd think they're supposed to write on everything, and they're awesome pens. The micro perm 03. I can trash those out faster than anybody ever. And this is a chain up here, so I'm doing almost like a faux chain thing. I'm not sure how much you guys can see. That's all I'm doing to make it look like chain. It's hard to see on camera because I'm working really small. My the whole paper only measures 6 by 9, so I'm working pretty small. Guys, I'm so sick of Thanksgiving leftovers. I almost wish I had corn dogs or something in my freezer so I could eat just something absolute garbage. Yeah, straighten up your lines. Hi, Jacqueline. You done with them? I am too. I put them in the trash last night. So I'm absolutely done with mine as well. I'll go ahead and tell the Raul story, Dee Dee. Okay. When I went grocery shopping for Thanksgiving, which it's, food that you buy specific for Thanksgiving, right? It's not like stuff that you have sitting around. I thought there was going to be like 6 of us to eat dinner, and then 2 of the kids were going to probably come later, right? Oh, Tim, hi. I'm keeping you in my prayers. I wish I could hug you. Buddy, you need to just keep working hard. You make all those people be absolutely amazed at what you can do. Work hard, buddy. Anyway, so for this Thanksgiving dinner, you guys, I'm going to draw with a pencil first. I'm just going to draw with a pencil first. Anyway, I have faith in you, buddy. Anyway, so I thought when we were originally talking about Thanksgiving that I was going to have like 4 adults and then the 2 kids were going to come later. When I say kids, I'm talking adults, okay? Anyway, so but they were going to have to work and they were going to come later, which was fine. I was cool with that. Well, then the day before Thanksgiving, I get a phone call from my sister-in-law saying, Jamie's been trying to get a hold of you. She wants to know if her parents can come for Thanksgiving. And I was like, well, yeah, that's okay. Well, I hadn't bought enough like rolls and stuff that doesn't keep well. I hadn't bought enough rolls and stuff. So I'm on the phone with Dee Dee going, holy crap, I've got more people coming, because it was her mother, her brother, and her stepfather. I had bought enough food, certain food for a certain number of people. And so I'm like on the phone with Dee Dee going, holy crap, I don't have enough rolls. You want me to show that? Okay, I'll do that. So I was a little bit freaked out, but this was like Wednesday is when I'm finding this, and I've already got all the groceries. I am not going back to town on Wednesday. I'm just not. So I was a little freaked out about that, and I bought a 13-pound turkey. So it turned out that there were like 12 of us here to eat, which I'm fine. I had plenty of everything except rolls, and I had only bought a 13-pound turkey. And generally, I plan about 2 pounds of turkey per person, 1.5 pounds to 2 pounds, So I should have had like an 18 to 20-pound turkey. Well, I had a 13-pound turkey. So I'm going, oh boy, we may not have enough meat. And I knew we didn't have enough rolls, because nobody eats just one roll at Thanksgiving, right? So I knew the rolls were going to be a problem, but I just thought, tough, it's so I'm whining to Dee Dee about it, but I thought, oh well, we'll make it work. So, and it worked out. It worked out okay. But then later, after everybody had gone home, I get this. Hang on, I want it to go full screen, Dee Dee. I can't make it get big, Dee Dee. Anyway, here.
What do we do with all of these? I don't know. What are we going to do with all those rolls? Just throw them away. I don't know. So many rolls. Yeah.
This is what Denise sends me. Yeah, what are we going to do with all these rolls? Well, we'll just probably have to throw them away. What are we going to do with all these rolls? I'm not kidding. I was laughing so hard when I saw that. it turned out okay, you guys. We did run out of rolls. We did have plenty of turkey. There was leftover turkey. But yeah, Wednesday, I was just like, what the hell? What the hell? So yeah, what are we going to do with all these rolls? Tell Denise I will pay her back. It turned out fine. I got to even these up. I didn't realize that I had made those other ones so skinny. All right. Back to my, yeah. This is the crap I have to put up with, you guys. But it turned out really nice. I was A-okay with everything. We had awesome desserts, which is the best part. One of the, Jamie's stepdad made like devil's food cake cookies. Damn, they were good. And the nice thing was we got plans made for Christmas, so I don't have to fret all of that. I will shade the nose. What else? His little belt buckle. Oh, and these, well, I'll do his belt buckle first. A lot of this detail has to be done with black on top of it. You had rolls in the freezer? Well, if I was half a planner, I would have had rolls in the freezer too. But honestly, I don't like having, a lot of that leftover stuff because I know at some point I just get tired of it and throw it away. So, yeah. And I could have called my brother and said, hey, pick up more rolls on your way, could you? But the thing is, I am a firm believer that everything should be closed on Thanksgiving. I think everybody should be able to stay home with their families. So I don't like to support businesses who don't give their damn employees the day off. My feeling is if you don't have it by Thanksgiving, you don't need it. Everybody should get one day to stay home with their families. And most of the time, I like to put my money where my mouth is. I didn't even have enough time for Amazon to get stuff here. The easy chain method. This microperm pen is holding up really, really well. I'd let whatever you're going to draw on top of dry fairly well before you go in, but it's holding up really, really well. All right, he's looking better. Yeah, he's looking pretty good. I'm happy. I'm happy. Considering I've done no shading or anything yet. And this is like gold braid, so when you do the black, I think you do more, you're not actually drawing the braid itself, you're more like drawing the shading. I'm actually excited to do the background. I think my medicine worked today. Problem is, later on I'll have a bloody nose. I hope not. I haven't used it for a while, so maybe not. Oh, I didn't want to do, oh well. Just erase that right out. Too late, Devin. I fixed it. That was close. The band on his arms, I just had to add some highlights to. I think I've got all the braids and everything done now. Now, I'm going to pull out so you can see all of him. I'm going to do white very last. Well, his hair, I almost have to wait until I do the background, so I'll just wait for that. You know what? I should do the background anyway, so that the black ends up on top of. Yeah, I think everything else I'm going to have to, it'll just work out better if I do the black around the edges very last after I get the background done. Now, I've never used these little tiny pans for as much paint as I'm going to need. And I think I'm going to use this, the dark red. Crimson Lake would have been fine too. No, I think I'm going to do dark red, but I'm going to clean up that water drop right there. All right, so I'm going to need a bunch of this. I'm just going to make a real big puddle here on the table and then clean it up because I'm going to need a bunch. And I don't care if it's real even or not, because one of the things I like about the one that I did last year or the year before, I don't honestly remember when I did this, and I don't think I dated it. No, I did this in 21, so this is a couple years old. But see how the background is kind of streaky? I like that. So I don't care if this is all real smooth, but I know I'm going to need a bunch just for coverage. Thanks, Bossy Butt. Terry. And you know what? I'm going to get out a bigger brush. Cover more space. I'll leave this one here, but I think get out the big mamba jamba. I can always come back in and get some more, so it's going to take 2 coats. And I'll do anything really up close to him with the small brush. Try and make this a little less painful than it might have been. One thing I can't do is forget that he has little mittens on down here. Get some more paint out. I am going to end up doing 2 coats, so I'm not too worried here. Let me go ahead and spread that out a little. I'll get in between his legs with the smaller brush too. You probably could do it with this one, but I don't want that green smearing or moving, you know. Even if I say, for example, because I just was telling myself, awesome that you remembered his white gloves, giving myself words of encouragement here. I could go back in and put that in with white acrylic paint. So even though it's watercolor, it's more like mixed media. Can't sweat the small stuff, you know? I definitely want this darker though, so. Look at me getting all brave with this big fat brush. Oh, look at that. See, I'm going to have to clean that up now because I was getting too big for my flippin' britches. Anything you screw up, you can fix. Now I got red on my white. That's always awesome. This in here will be darker because this brush still has the paint directly from the pan, but that's okay. Maybe if I do it, I won't have to do 2 coats, you know? Doesn't matter if I do. I don't really care. Hey, Bull. Thank you, Raul. He's got a long way to go. I still got a lot of detail here. And if you don't want to screw around with 2 coats of watercolor, use another product. Okay, you know what? I think I am. Because when I was going to actually today maybe do this more like a coloring page and use Neocolor 2s. I think I'm going to dry this. We're going to do it because the background, remember I'm doing that bokeh. So if it's smeary or anything, it's okay. All right, heat gun. Bear with me for a minute. That had quite a bit of water in it. So Hi, Icy. Anybody else who's come in that I've missed? Because I definitely want a red background. I don't want a pink background. So I'm going to get the Neocolor 2s out. Let that air dry for a minute. This is where I keep my little Neocolor 2s. The darkest red, it looks like, is Carmine. Yeah, that's definitely the darkest. Yeah, we're just going to try that. And I can spread this with either. All right. Where did I put my little tester? There it is. I'm just wondering if I should spread this with a paintbrush or get out a baby wipe, which is what I normally do for large areas. But I wanted the background darker red than the red on his little jacket there. So we're doing a little experiment here. Okay, paintbrush. And I still got a big mess over here, so leave it to me. I will get my hand in that before I'm done, okay? Just know that. I will definitely get my hands in it. Now I'm going to try smearage. And I'm on watercolor paper, which I don't normally use Neocolor 2s on watercolor paper. I usually use it in the Beast, and that's just garbage paper. I actually like the baby wipe smearage, I think, a little better. All right. And then just for the heck of it, because we can. No, I'll be happy with this. This is the Statler version of the Neocolor 2s, and I had these long before I had the Neocolor 2s. The Neocolor 2s are still, I don't even know if they sell these Statler ones anymore. But in my opinion, I like that color a little better, though. His jacket has the orange color, though. Yeah, we're going to go with the Neocolors. Yeah, just use a baby wipe, Alyssa. They've got just about the right amount of moisture in them. So the nice thing about this, and the problem I have with like Neocolor 2 or gelatos or any of those products is it's really hard to get into tight spaces. But with a baby wipe, you can actually make yourself your own little nib. Just fold it like this. I've done it with like a poker and stuff, but you can get into, I'll just use this watercolor, a lot tighter spaces with a baby wipe. So yeah, try it. You will love it. You'll be thanking me. You'll be writing me letters in the mail saying, oh my gosh, it works so well. And I say, I knew it. I knew it. So I am going to use this Neocolor. I'm going to use the pinker background and let his jacket stay a little bit more on the orange side. So, all right, now after I've put all this work into this, yeah, the Statler, they were good, but I have to say, the Neocolor 2 has a far better color selection, and I don't know. now that I have the Neo Color 2s, I think I'm a little partial. And this isn't exactly dry, so hopefully I haven't goofed this up. But keep in mind, I'm going in with the pan pastels on top, so I can't really screw up this background too much. Well, leave it to me. I can screw up anything. But I don't think I can screw them up that much. And the way I started using that baby wipe technique was because in my old Beast, when it was the big old fat book that I like to use, it just took too long coloring the borders, and I was getting frustrated with it and whatever. So I don't know. I just decided, okay, I'm going to give it a try. And I tried it, and it worked beautifully. I'd never seen anybody do that. So now other people may do it, but I've not seen anybody. It works so perfectly. And I made a little bit of a mess on some of the pages, but overall it works so well. I was just tickled. But the only drawback is that you can't get into really fine areas with the Neo Color 2 unless you sharpen them. Well, if you ever paid for these bad boys, you don't want to waste the product sharpening them. At least I don't. Because these are not cheap. But I haven't seen the Statler version of the water-soluble crayon in a long, long time. But I used to be able to go to art stores, and now I can't. So there's that. It's one thing I miss. I don't miss much about city life, but certain things, certain groceries that I can't get down here, and art stores and bookstores. Ah, shit, I miss it all. What the heck? All right, wish me luck, you guys. I've got a pretty good coat on here because the little bit of Neo Color 2 goes a long, long way. My dearest Bossy Butt, you're welcome. If I could make your life better in any way, I would happily do that. Okay, let's see. I just wiped the table with it, so I had watercolor from the weekend there. All right, I'm going to go ahead and load it up with some of the water left over from the watercolors. Shouldn't hurt anything. And I'll start down in this corner since I couldn't get a lot of Neo Color 2 on there. If it's streaky, I don't care. And I'll have to get up near the edges with paintbrush, but that's fine. I'll show you how I use Neo Color 2s with a paintbrush. And if the baby wipe starts drying out a little bit, just dip it in your water. Who cares? Okay, now that's a better red background. I knew I wanted to use my Neo 2s today. I'm going to add a little bit more water because it feels like it's starting to get just a little dry. That's easier than digging into that watercolor tin. You can smooth it out real nice. Now we're talking a dark red. And at this point, I wouldn't add a whole bunch of water to it, you know, like if I go back in with more color out of the pans, I wouldn't add too much water. Now, I think I could add water if I wanted to pick up color. I think I could pick up color. Yeah, doesn't it look, it looks rich now? Yeah. So when I use the Neocolor 2 with a paintbrush, and I'm usually using a water brush, but see that little dimple on the end of my Neocolor 2? That would be like my watercolor pan. I just go in there, and I don't like doing this with a nice brush. But with a water brush, you get just like the perfect amount of water. And then I don't mess with the tip down here. And I'm not a salesman for Neocolor 2, but I think they make a good product. Well, I actually like all of the Caran d'Ache products, to be honest. I've never had one that I didn't really think was a good product. Even their gouache, and I'm not a fan of gouache, but yeah, even their gouache is good. So the hair is going to get crazy. Crazier. See how much water this brush holds? I haven't had to add any water. So if you have a big background, there you go. There's your solution. And you shouldn't get hard water, water lines, whatever they bloom. But I'm going to be using pan pastel on the background, so it doesn't matter. And at this point, you could use a stencil on the background. Oh, which reminds me, I did get some new stencils. I put them away because of Thanksgiving. I put everything away. But they were just small, 6x6 to do backgrounds primarily with. I like the look of stencils in the background. Just dip for more water. So yeah, I forgot that little space in there. Okay, I got 1 hour to finish it. I'm pretty sure I can accomplish that. I'll leave that out just in case I see something that I missed later. Okay, yeah, I'm liking the red background. Holy cow. I did not put my hands in the red paint, you guys, so I should get extra points for that. Hi, K-Bird. I missed chat while I was doing all that. Holy cow. Using the color from the Neo's butt. It all comes back to butts, doesn't it, you freaks? You know, Cat and Paste said somebody needs to make a pan palette of the Neocolor 2s. You could actually do that, and I probably should do it with these little bit of Stattlers that I have left. And I also have another product, Aquarelle. I can't remember who makes them. They're great big long ones. You could probably do that. Just cut a piece of that off and use it in a pan. You probably could. All right. I got to let that dry. And down here where it doesn't look real even, I'm not going to worry about that because I'll put the pan pastels over it, and anything I don't like at this point, okay, where I had that booger over here that I was saying ignore the booger, that's disappeared. I can clean up his little hands. I don't think there's anything left that I can't clean up. So, yeah, hit it with a heat gun so I can do the outline in black, and we'll go from there. Another nice thing about the baby wipes is because it's not just saturated, it dries real quick. You know what might be nice on this one? I'm still going to do the circles like I did the other one. I'm doing this one as kind of a companion to this one. Okay. So, but what might have been nice if I'd have done like a blue background and done snowflakes on it, but I don't know if I even have a snowflake stencil, but a snowflake stencil would be good on these, but this one I'm going to do as a companion to that one. So. I think it's dry enough that I can draw on it now. If it's not, we'll heat it up again. All right. Did I put the... I'll start with the microperm. If I don't like it, I'll get out another something. Yeah. Now I'm going over his hair because he's going to end up having white hair. Yeah, the microperm's working fine. Probably should clean up his little hand right now, because that's going to bug me if I don't. I still totally love these Artistro pens. Love them. Their fine nib is awesome. I may end up going over these boots. His hat I went ahead and finished. But if I use black, I like a really nice black. And those boots just aren't that black. But I'm going to live with it. some stuff like drawing the lines around these things on his legs. You won't end up noticing that. But I'll get some highlight on there and it'll look differently. So anything that isn't nice and crisp, you can kind of hide. Pen's not wanting to write right there. Don't know why. I might be buggering up this pen now. There we go. It's better now. I think I'll do his nose because I don't want hard lines on his face like that. I think I'll do his nose with probably a gray colored pencil. And now I'm just crisping up this line a little bit. I don't think I got out a gray. I didn't. I just noticed something I forgot though. Freehand in the gold line, you guys. Don't do this at home or with small children. All right, I'll read chat real quick. Sorry, I'm bad about reading chat when I'm intent on doing something. Raul, that's a good question. Are you getting most of the time slots filled up? Hey, Jasper. You could do snowflake stamp and emboss with clear. That's true, Devin. But I think I'm going to do the circles. Thanks, Jasper. I haven't done the white yet. Raul's trying to tuck Lena into streaming. I think you should, Lena. You saw a set of Caran d'Ache for 150. That's a good price, Jasper. How many were in it? All right, Lena said I don't get up that early. I will be up that early because, well, 7 o'clock in the morning Eastern time is just before Dee Dee comes on. So I'm usually up that early. I think he needs a blue frame mat. The tape looks so good. Oh, I'll put him on black just like I did the other one. Yeah. Set of 84. That still probably is a good price. Isn't that the truth, Barbara? How bad do you want this job? We have some time slots open, Janet. Okay. That's kind of what these were intended, or lights on the Christmas tree, whatever. I just like the way it looks. So I'm going to use the white and the yellow pan pastels again. December 30th, 7 to 9 p.m. And then January 1st, 1:30 1 a.m. to 5:30 a.m. Those would almost best be filled by international. Oh, 7 her time. International people because 1 a.m. to 5:30 a.m. Okay, because I was going to say that's middle of the night here, and you're probably going to have a hard time finding people willing to do that. Let me get out the gray colored pencil real quick. I want kind of a dark one. Warm gray medium. Yeah, that'll be all right. That's really kind of Raul and Miriam to manage this streamathon for us. Yeah. Let me see. Did I keep that consistent? I think I did. You have to look on screen to see how it's looking because it's actually just like a slot of wood, curved wood on his face. So all you really see is the shadow. And I could have just as easily used a marker for this too, so. I don't know if this is going to work over the metallic. We'll see. Actually, there should be a black line up here. Oh, I want to do. Now, see, I'm getting kind of intense, so I can't do this at the same time. It's about time to put his highlight in his eye. Oh, I knew that was going to be too big. That's all right. I can go around it with black. See, this to me is probably the most fun part. The rest of it, it's all just about getting here. You only need 3 hours of sleep? Oh my God. I'd be dead if I only got 3 hours of sleep. Actually, I want these a little. I think I'll do his hair with the Artistro. I have two in here. I can never remember which is the old one and which is the new one. All right, I need to start working on that background so you can see it. Here's his white hair. I think this works out better if you do the gray underneath it. Little blondie. Vol says he only needs 3 hours of sleep. Oh, okay, good. That's how I do it, Vol. 3 hours at the beginning, 3 hours at the end, and then 3 hours in the middle. Works for me. Okay, and I need to, well, no, that doesn't have a black line, so that's fine. I got his mouth a little funky. I'm not gonna worry about it. All right, let me get the circle template. Let me move some of this junk out of the way. God, how do I get so much junk out every time? Let's do the bouquet in the background, and then I like him pretty good. I wish his pants were just a little bit darker green, but oh well. And I think I'm only going to use a couple of the pan pastel colors. Oh, I picked up more junk than I wanted. I think this is how I did it the last time, you guys. I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. But it's the way we're going to do it this time. And I'm going to take the little pans out of the tray. I think I used white and yellow. I wish I had a little bit softer yellow, but I don't. So I might end up, yeah, I don't want to get more out. If we don't like this, then we'll get more out. We'll just give it a try to begin with. And I don't remember exactly how I did this the last time. So, yeah, we're just going to hope. That this works out okay. You guys have seen Dee Dee show you the tools and stuff. Try and be a little gentle with them. That looks pretty good. And then I'll just use different size circles and a little bit of color in the background. We'll see how that goes. I don't think I got any bigger than this one. Let me check real quick. I'm pretty sure. Nope, they're all smaller than that. Okay, so it looks like the biggest one I used is the 3/4. All right, let's start on the edge. Now you can do this same thing. And I think they actually do it with like negative painting, where you do several layers of the color. You know, you build up your colors. Yeah, not doing that. I've done it before. Kathy Arbor did some classes on it, and it was quite fun. But this is the cheater easy way. And if it looks like the circles are too dark, you can go in there with a kneadable eraser and lighten them up. So I'm not sure that you could totally eliminate them, but you could definitely make them lighter if you want. So at this point, it's just random size, Random placement. I'm going to do all the white first, and then I'll do some yellow. I've never tried doing pan pastels through stencils, but I'm pretty sure it would work just like this. One of the nice things about doing this on the watercolor paper is the watercolor paper is has a little bit more texture to it, so it grabs the pan pastels really nice. It has to be random. You couldn't plan this if you wanted to, so. Oops. If you do it messy, just fix it. Yeah, I kind of like this. Yeah, well, in a lot of ways, it always is about the details, Raul, in my world, you know. Okay, now here, I'm going to get some on his little green pants, but I can go in with an eraser and eliminate that. So I guess, you know, if I wanted to, I probably could. If I change my mind at this point and said, oh, I just don't like these circles, I bet I could go in with an eraser and based on what I just did there and get the bulk of it off. And I'm not getting too much excess on. And like Dee Dee says, don't spit because that's a bad thing. But the excess comes off really nicely with just a brush. So Pan Pastels is another product that a little bit goes a long, long way. Like, now the watercolor paper is kind of tearing this up, but you can just buy extras. They're called soft tools. Just buy yourself some more. Amazon will deliver them. Okay, I'm going to try a few with the yellow now. Ro, you are always cooking some crazy thing I've never heard of or never eaten. If you're doing something like this, always make sure you have some of them going off the page. Your brain will like it better. And believe me, I spend 90% of my time pleasing this whacked out brain of mine. Making sure I'm not spitting. Does that look fairly balanced to you guys? I'm going to do a few yellow. And if the yellow's too bright, I'm going to go over it with, I'm going to do some light colored ones first. Yeah. Yeah, the yellow's good. I will have to at least use a baby wipe on this circle template now for sure. But I don't want to submerge it in water because I have tape back here to lift it up off the paper so that my ink doesn't smear. So yeah, I don't really want to submerge it. Does the yellow look like orange? That was the one thing I thought about doing the yellow on top of the red. I'll end up with little orange balls all over, which is fine. I think I'm liking it. I didn't do the streaky background on this one, which I think made me really like that green one so much. Now the problem I have is, when is enough enough? So I'll look over in chat, and when you think I've got enough, say, whoa. I didn't do very many really small ones. All right, nobody said stop. Looking awesome. Thanks, you guys. I hope I haven't forgotten anything. I'll probably look at it later and go, oh my God, you idiot, you forgot. I don't think I've forgotten anything. I'm wondering if I should add some dark in the background. What do you guys think? I think it's enough. It's amazing. Okay, thanks, Raul. Hey, Bossy, thanks. Time to get some liquid nourishment over here. I'm wondering if I should put a little bit of dark in there. I could always erase it out. Let me see what colors I've got. Maybe do some dark green. Looks like the green I have is, I'd either have to go all the way to black, or the dark green I have is like Viridian. Oh, it's phthalo. We'll try one in the corner or at the bottom or something. What do you think? Yeah, y'all are talking food. I'm just wondering about adding some dark in there. Not a lot, just a little here and there. All right, I'm doing it. If it turns out bad, it's you guys' fault because you didn't answer me fast enough. I can always erase it. Yep, it's going to be okay. Yep, I like it. I'm doing it. I'm going to keep them, I think, all on the little bit smaller side, though. Yeah, I have to put another one there. I will probably spray this too because of the pan pastel. Normally I wouldn't spray a watercolor, but because of the pan pastel now, I will go ahead and spray this. Just with a final fixative. You at this point you could even put a workable fixative on it. But I will spray this with a final. Looks festive to me. I'm thinking that's about as much as I want. Actually, looking in the camera, I think his nose came out just right. And I was thinking, oh, I'm not sure if that's going to work. But I think it came out okay. I'm okay with it. Do they look like a fun pair? This one, I'm pretty sure I did not use the black watercolor. I bet you $100 I used ink on that, just knowing me. I am going to darken up his pants down here because this is annoying me. And because of the pan pastel, I can't be putting my hands on this too much. And because I haven't screwed it up yet, I'm going to give myself one last chance to mess it all up. Woohoo! I want his pants darker. Okay, these end up in a notebook, so it's not like anybody but you guys is ever going to see them. Yeah, his pants needed darkening. For real, for real. Thank you, Barbara. So awesome together. Next year you can do a blue background with snowflakes. Okay. Can you remind me of that, Devin? Huh? But I will go ahead and mount him on black paper, and he will reside right next to his buddy with the green background. I actually like the design on this guy's helmet, and sorry I didn't get out the mica inks, but this is okay. He looks fine to me. Knowing that he's rapidly going into a notebook, I can't get too excited about it, right? I do like to tape the edges, though. There he goes. But I'll mount him on a piece of black paper, just like his buddy. And yeah, now you can kind of see him top to bottom. All right, going down to the bottom. You'll put it in your calendar. Thank you, Devin. I appreciate you guys so much. Well, of course, Susan, if you're not going to do it perfectly, don't even do it. All your bossing did no good, Dee Dee. I'm sorry. Yeah, give it back to Bossy Butt. You could use copies of these for Christmas cards. I could, except I already have purchased my Christmas cards, and I'm not going to all that trouble. But thank you anyway. Thank you, Jacqueline. It is so satisfying, right, Raul? It is so satisfying to pull that tape off. And if you ever have your tape that sticks, heat it up with a little bit of a heat gun, and it'll pop right off and it won't tear the paper. Thank you, Joan. I appreciate you guys so much. Hell, if it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't even bother. I wouldn't even do this crap. All right, you guys, I got a mess here to clean up, which I'm sure makes all you really happy. Not sure what we'll do next week, but we'll think up something fun. I did like Dee Dee's idea of a December daily where you put like your extra Christmas wrap and ribbons and stuff like that. I won't do one, I don't think, but it was a great idea. Thank you, Lena. All right, I'm out of here until next week. So y'all go out in the world and try and be kind. It's hard, I know. So go out and do something fun. All right. Thanks for spending your time with me. I know it's valuable. So love you guys. Thank you, Susan. We'll see you later, CB. Adios, everybody.